Welcome back to another reading with Beyond Filipino. Let's get right into this reading. This is the rest of the general reading for 2026. We're still going to be doing, because I was taking them off July to December, and then I'll be doing the separate zodiac signs reading to go into detail for them. So just learn which zodiac sign is yours, but I'll also be putting it up, like the dates and everything. But yeah, let's get right into it. Let me shuffle the cards for July. Hold on. The sound that I'm hearing from TikTok is the sound every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. That's the sound that I'm getting. Right now we have the Eight of Swords, okay? And they're saying that it seems like you're blocked, but you can still take a step. There's this energy of being disempowered, like within the month of July, letting fears and doubts get to you, and these uncontrollable thoughts. It's like after the previous month, there was a lot of insecurity that washed over you, and there's this fruitless overthinking that's causing you to not take the step forward. And what you can see here is that you can still take a step, but it's giving this thing of like you're forgetting that there's so many people around you that will help you get to where you're going. Same goes for your guys, that as much as you might feel like you don't see the long-term thing, or you don't see things working in your favor, things are going to work in your favor despite you not seeing things right now, or you not being able to hold them in your hand, like, oh, it's a certificate, or it's a degree, or it's a this, and so on and so forth. Even with the Knight of Pentacles, it talks about community and communications and growth and energy. That's what I'm saying, that it's like there's this energy of also being encouraged by other people. I'm also getting like people appointing you in certain positions, or people boasting about you, people just like, as much as you might be feeling low on yourself, like you might end up in conversations where someone is like, oh, my friend is actually, a very kind-hearted person, very, hardworking, and so on and so forth. Plugging you with other people as well. It's like people that will help you get to where you need to go to, because they also want to see the best things happening for you, the same way that you wish the best on others. So even with the Four of Swords, it's like July could be a very slow month, but it's this energy of, I'm also hearing wanting to erase certain things. Maybe at this time you would have done a certain thing that you feel like was a very huge mistake, but I'm getting a guide saying that sometimes mistakes have to happen so that you can learn what the answer is, so that next time you don't repeat the same thing. Others of you, it's like you have this energy of like having to take a step back, having to sit down and just rest, and be in this energy of recharging before going ahead into this new space. I'm hearing new headspace. Okay, so it's normal to have these negative thoughts, but they're saying that you are this knight in shining armor. Do not do that to yourself. Okay, so it's like this month will also be about people trying to empower you, but in this month, it's like people boasting about you, connecting you to other people, showing up for you, and seeing that, when something is wrong with this person, let's assist them, let's give them some love, let's provide for them. Let's see what else there is. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. We have the Pioneer card here. We have Pioneer, we have Water Carrier, and we have Rings. That's what I was saying. It's like people plugging you, bonds, strong connections, unions, lovers. Others of you meeting people that are your lovers. Others of you be having like-minded people around you. Committed partner, engagement, okay, agreements and contracts. That's what I was saying, that it's like people are going to be showing you that you are in this position of this knight in shining armor. Do not back down, because I'm also hearing that never back down, never give up, and that's exactly what your grandfather is saying here. Okay, so even with the Water Carrier, it's like there's this energy of generosity. There's this level of generosity where people are going to be in this energy of not being selfish with you. They're going to try to alleviate your suffering. They're going to be trying to help you, right? And show you that you are human too, and tell you like you're human too, you need to be taken care of. Because you think of yourself as this pioneer, and you are, yes. But as much as, yes, you are this person that likes to navigate. You are someone that's just like, very bold, very determined, and so on. It's a long journey, and you need a team to assist you to get to where you need to get to, is what I'm getting for 2026. It's like you've come far, but we still have a lot more to do, and we are going to be here to assist you. So I'm getting that some of you are also going to get married, like they said earlier on. So congratulations in advance. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So let's go to the next month. Let me shuffle the other cards for the next month. I want to also go fetch like a charger because my phone is dying. As I went to fetch the charger, I literally had like this thing of hearing a phone ring, but there was no other phone around me that was ringing, and it was not even my phone. I checked it. So I'm getting that even with the whole July thing where we're having people getting engaged and so on, it's like this energy of people trying to call you at that time once they realize that you have gotten into a certain workplace, you earn a certain thing, or you're in a certain place of position, you're married or you're starting a family. They want to call you and check up on you. Other of them, it's like trying to call you to just be like, oh, so you really decided to, because I'm also getting like unhealed counterparts from before where someone is just like always in this thing of messing up, and once you decided that okay fine, I'm going to settle with someone that does not do that, someone that is not very selfish, arrogant, constantly being very narcissistic, because I was getting this like lying thing, like that's when they're going to be jealous. And the thing is that you must not be fooled. You must remember that the reason as to why some people call, it's because they don't like the idea of someone having you in their energy, simply because they know that they wasted your time, but at the same time they don't want someone else to have you. They want you to be staying alone so that while they're busy dating and doing whatever, or while they're busy at a certain workplace working at their own job, you would seem like you have no weight without them. Okay, so that's what I was getting. So let's move on to the next month. I'm also hearing let's move on to the next island. Okay, maybe some of you are going to be relocating and moving to a new place. Moving to a new country is another one that I'm getting. Some of you possibly because of the work thing, it's like going internationally, working internationally, working overseas. Let's see what the next month has. With August, I saw the number 999. It's like also another ending, and a new beginning. For some of you, we're having you in this energy of like the Ten of Swords. For those that might have like in the previous month maybe not have gotten that exact reading of like you being engaged, going to there's this energy of you still being in this energy of like ruin, of failure. But I'm getting that most of you, this thing is not even a thing that you're supposed to be going into August with, because it's because of something that you did that caused people. That's what I was saying, like the calling thing, someone wanting to check up. It's like this energy of being backstabbed, because they're talking about speaking many words. Like, oh, I got this scholarship, I got this thing, I got this that. Oh, it's like people coming to you to look for like insight about you in your life and what's going on. Okay, and then they screw you over. Like they basically end up ruining you and your life simply because you were constantly talking about this thing. Even with the moon card, they're saying that you must be careful of seeing things that are not there. This thing of using your intuition instead of letting this deception take control of you. Because it's like, once you get into the space, because I'm getting that these people might not do things physically but spiritually towards you to try and just backstab you, and it will be a whole situation where you think like, oh, God does not love me, my ancestors don't love me, but really you are the reason as to why it ended up like that. That's why it's like right now your guys are warning you that remember that energy changes, anything can change at any moment. Simply because of the choices that you make and the lessons that you're supposed to be learning. Okay, so that's another one where your guides are saying that because of you being a blabbermouth, I'm also seeing the word legitimacy. Something about legitimacy. I wonder what it is. Even with the star upside down, it talks about unfulfilled hope, disappointment, pessimism, I'm seeing debt. Maybe some of you might have taken loans beforehand. I'm also seeing certain people taking loans in your name. So please be careful of that, because that's another thing that might cause you to end up in a bad position where you're trying to help this person and they're like, I can't take it out on my name because I already have this and this and this and that, or I don't have certain papers. I'll pay you back, I promise. It will cause you to be in a position of despair. I'm also getting this thing of you constantly wanting to be, this captain saving certain people. I'm seeing a skeleton as well. It's like someone sending certain things to you to watch you as well. And also this concept of people having skeletons in their closet. Obviously, when closets are closed, you can't see anything. You think everything is normal. And once you open it and they're right there, you're going to see it for yourself. Okay? But I'm seeing a horse. It's like this horse energy. Okay? Yeah. There's this doubt and there's this fear and there's this delay. There's this delay that's happening. Also the word ignored. Because you ignored your gut, you ignored what you were supposed to do, right? But I was seeing that despite you feeling like, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I can't move on anymore, I can't, things are falling apart, my business partner left me, my wife does not, yes, we just got married, but we're constantly fighting right now, blah, 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 blah. There's this energy of you understanding that as time goes on, things will get better. Right? Because I was also getting that so many of you are going to be very connected to like your spiritual side, tapping into things and knowing things much quicker, like using your brain, just like in January where you realize that there's things like cleansing, there's things like taking care of yourself, there's things like practicing certain stuff that that would assist you in elevating your life, right? So they're saying that you need to enjoy the results of all your hard work comes from everything. It's not just about you physically working hard. It also means like praying, doing the shadow work, going to therapy, attending to all those things that you feel like back then you were not really expressing as much, and they're the reason as to why certain relationships are going down or certain friendships are going down. Attending to those people that you need to set boundaries with, because you are too old to be in a position where people can just come and walk all over you and take advantage of you when you can simply say no. Okay, so that's where the thing of like luxury, self-assurance, self-care, and this reward is going to be coming from, where it's like I'm hearing cut off season. It's like by this time you would have been like, I don't need this drama in my life. Let me just cut you off. Others of you, I'm also seeing like people that were tormenting you finally being placed in certain places, whether it's jail, whether it's, it's like someone beating them up. I know that's the most wildest thing ever, but like, it's like finally getting justice over a certain situation. I'm also seeing that some of it, like you're going to be in this energy of going to the cemetery to go see like your ancestors, to just go talk to them, just to go express like what the hell's going on, I feel trapped and so on and so forth. Others of you, I'm seeing it's like there's still someone that's going to be watching you in this situation. I'm seeing like an actual knight in armor watching you from afar and just watching you watching you walk through this entire obstacle, but watching you in the way of like, I want you to learn a lesson from this, and not in a harsh way, but in a way of like, this is a part of life. I'm also hearing stage fright and also like someone doing something to try to scare you off from doing something or saying something. It's like speaking up for yourself and all that. But this person is like, I'm always going to be here to protect you, but I also need you to take the control of the wheel at times. As much as you can trust in your ancestors and so on, understand that to bag your abundance, you need to be the person that carries the bag at some point. You need to be the person that actually goes after the bag at some point. Okay, so I'm also hearing the word nostalgic. So something might be very nostalgic at this time. Let's see what else you need to be focusing on within the month of August. Can I please have one last card? Ooh, okay. We have two more cards. Can we please have just one more card to clarify? Okay, so we have Sapphire, Fishing Pole, Tandem Bicycle, Symphony, beehive and ostrich trap. Remember ostrich trap? It's like avoiding certain things, avoiding certain stuff. That's why I was saying that your guys are going to be pushing you in this position of like, that's it. It's been a long time since you've actually faced yourself and faced your things. Don't be a chicken. Don't chicken out of this. It's scary. It's scary. It hurts. But you need to face things head on because you are not this. Because I'm also hearing it's like as much as you always just pray about you not wanting to be God's strongest soldier, regardless of whether you're treated like you feel like you were treated like an egg at a certain year or a different year, you will forever be your guide's egg and God's egg and also their soldier at the same time. Okay, and not in a way of them saying that, oh, you deserve to go through the hard things. It's life. Okay, with Sapphire, it's like there's this spiritual insight. Remember what I was saying, spiritual insight, more confirmation, understanding that you are actually very like oh, okay. It's like this energy of understanding that you're very valuable, very precious. Some of you you're going to realize that you're the life of the party. You bring so much light in other people's lives as well. Remember, I said it in the previous month. I was saying that you realize that you're the reason as to why you get out of certain dark spaces. You don't really come out with people holding your hand besides your guides and God, but you are always the one to light up your room. Okay, so I'm also hearing it's like don't wait for others to make room for you, make room for yourself. Okay, because you're growing and healing. At this time you're going to be having more hope and faith, and there's going to be this wise judgment over the situation and this mental force and strength and this power where you're going to be looking at things and being like, okay, this is divine favor, this is the situation, it's the divine alignment. With switching pole, it's like you're going to be very self-reliant. You're going to try to overextend yourself at some point by mentoring others, or even if you don't mentor them as like actual mentoring, it can also be a thing of you mentoring others by them simply looking at your life. Poetry might also be very significant because poetry has been mentioned like what, twice now. But you're going to be in this energy of again providing, trying to connect with nature during this month, having an accomplishment, having this form of self-improvement and reflection, and also understanding that you're very much capable of whatever it is that you want to achieve. With symphony, they talk about the sense of harmony, they talk about this energy of a team. Like, I feel like your 2026 is going to be more about teamwork and not from the people that you expect, like I said earlier on, right? For others of you, it's like you're going to be in positions of having to perform in large crowds. Remember, I was saying like stage fright and all that stuff. It's like maybe you are a movie writer or you want to be in a choir or you are in a choir or something that has to involve being in front of people, public speaking, being on the news or seeing like news reporters, people writing books and so on and so forth. Even with the tandem bicycle, it's like there's going to be the synchronized energy with you and these other people, this partnership, collaboration. Remember, PR packages are still going to be coming in at this time. You're going to feel like, you know what, my life is finally aligned. Some of you might be hooking up with someone during this month, right? Others of you might be also asking for extra help also during this month. I'm seeing that the animal that you are within this month is a lion. Okay, so there's also this energy of you being very like multi-talented within this month. Even if it's not talented, it's like being able to do many things at once that are just like amazing. It's like working your magic is what I'm also hearing. With the beehive card, they're talking about being diligent, being persistent, having the stamina. Others of you are going to be applying into certain positions within this month, working tireless, being mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy. I'm hearing booked and busy. It's like for those that have businesses, you're going to be booked and busy. Others of you are going to be very energetic. You're going to harvest. I'm seeing also farmers as well, since we have the beehive as well. And there's this energy of endurance, effort, patience, and concentration. It's like you're going to realize that, you know what? We can do this together, or we can do this. I can do this alone. Either way, I can do this, and I will do this kind of an energy. Let's shuffle the other cards. In September, we're having that you're going to realize. Remember when I said there might have been a time that you made a mistake? We literally have it written here. Trifling mistakes and truth and deception reorganized. It's like you're going to be realizing the truth about the situation and being like, because I'm also hearing someone being like, oh, my bad, like my bad, like you taking accountability of a certain situation. I'm also seeing the word construction in my mind's eye. And the word that I saw it was, while I was reading the card, was consciousness. It's like constructing this proper consciousness is what they're saying, where it's built from clarity more than, and with that we have, we have recovery, regeneration, rebirth, beneficial, improvement, advantage, and profit by the 10 of, oh sorry, I can't read this one, or 10 of swords. Okay, so it talks about the final manifestations. Remember already we are moving to I think it's September. Yeah, September is it's our African New Year. It's like once you realize, oh, like this is what is wrong. I don't know about others that might not be like South African or African in general, because I'm not sure about other cultures or traditions, but just in general, right? There's this energy of completion, and the result of true will. But the thing here is that with the mistakes, apparently for some of you, sorry, with some of you, it's like it's because of your greediness or this lack of originality. It's like you might have been getting way too comfortable with the thing that you're inventing or doing and stuff like that, forgetting that if you get too comfortable, things have to change. Things will obviously change. Even when you're not comfortable, things will change. But there's going to be obstacles coming forward because of you simply being way too greedy, you hoarding things, you holding on to materialistic stuff, or even surrounding yourself with people that are greedy or selfish, So that's what I'm getting here. Hold on, I think I need to sneeze again. Anyhow, guys, I'm so down bad, but anyhow. With the Nine of Pentacles, they're saying that you need to enjoy the results of your hard work again. Yes, enjoy it, but do not make the mistakes of the greedy people that you're surrounding yourself with. Because I'm also seeing that there's going to be some people coming in. I'm getting this image of like entrepreneurs or like people at work trying to lead you astray, possibly wanting you to steal things at work, possibly trying to involve you in things, because it's like these people are going to place you in a position where you would get fired, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. Because I'm seeing two groups of people where it's like, even if it's not two groups, it's like two types of people around you, where one would do it but in an unintentional way and possibly come back and apologize, but you'd be so mad, while the other one 2222 on the clock, on the timestamp, whereas the other one would do it intentionally, where it's like they do something and they know that they have done only a few mistakes within the company or at home or wherever it is. So if they make a mistake again, they can be forgiven, whereas you are skating on thin ice. Okay, so you need to understand that, because we're seeing investigation here and finding control within the situation and willpower. Is it something that you are with the Chariot, right? Is the situation making out the person that you are, right? We're even having it again, responsibility investigation. So it's like these people are going to try and place you in a position where you're being investigated, for doing weird things, right? Like, stealing. If it's not stealing, false accusations is what I'm also hearing, right? Others of it might not be like it's false accusations. It's like they were trying to make it seem like, no, we can take this thing, they won't notice, or we can do this thing, they won't notice. Can't they? No, people are watching, people are noticing. I'm also seeing this person sabotaging you by also recording you doing a certain thing. I'm also seeing like you having to be careful when it comes to things like social media as well, because this person would just want, because I'm also hearing the meme, uzotren. That's the thing that I'm hearing from my grandma, right? So you need to be careful, because I'm also getting this thing of you need to be skeptical, and it's not even a thing of you needing to be skeptical. Most of the times you are skeptical of this person and the energy that they surround you with, but the problem is that you don't want to pay attention to it because you always want to see the best in someone. We have scuba dive, we have unchanged, we have uncertain, we have baggage, we have childhood. This might also be a childhood friend, I can see. And spilled milk. Spilled milk talks about regret. Accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. Remember what I was saying, like taking accountability, like, oh, my bad, I did this. Like, more confirmation. Something that cannot be changed. Disappointed. Clean up time. Let it go. Problems. Minor problems. That's what I was saying, like small things. Like, oh, let's steal from this person. They're not going to notice. They will notice. everything goes noticed, whether or not that person might realize now or later, or so it will go noticed with the spilled milk situation. With the scuba diver situation, I think you must observe the situation. Okay, you must have this thing of self-examination, exploring the unconscious mind in the void, and having the self-reflection situation where you are connected to your thoughts. I'm also seeing so many of you experiencing this thing of manifesting using subliminals is another one that I'm also getting. With your childhood, it's like this person can see that you're very innocent, very playful, you are in this energy of like, you possibly still want to hold on to people that you meet and so on and so forth. I'm also seeing this energy of you wanting to revisit the past. Some of you having this thing of like having no worries, or having this thing of having not grown yet but going into newer beginnings is what I'm also getting. So that's the thing that you're also getting here. I'm also getting this Pisces energy is what I'm seeing here. So it's like this person has set up the illusion that they're going to be there with you no matter what, but once they get asked like, oh, what did this person do, they're going to snitch on you so badly to a point where you're going to be in disbelief that this person said this about me. Even if they don't snitch on you, it can be a thing of them creating a rumor about you and it wanting to tarnish your reputation. This is where they were saying that you need to use your honesty and bravery, even if nobody stands with you, even if your voice trembles, even if you need to stand up for yourself, because this person will place you in a position of being uncertain. As you can see, this is energy of baggage and this energy of unchanged. It's like someone has not changed yet. They're saying that at this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. It's not going to change. That person is not going to change. Once they do such things, just know that they're not going to change. Even with the uncertain stuff, they're saying that at this time, the situation or outcome is undetermined. That's all saying that you would need to be using your mind, your brain, being accountable, because that's what people prefer. Even with baggage, there's this energy of unresolved issues that are going to be going on here. That's all saying like rumors. It can also be within family situations. This fearing separation from someone, or heavy burdens, or this thing of responsibility. And this energy of wanting to go into the new journey, but then having this long journey because you are holding on to things of the past and holding on to things that are not supposed to be moving with you. I'm seeing like a clown face. It's like this person or these things making you feel like you're an idiot is what I'm also getting. So let's move on to the next month. Oh, I forgot to say that with September, I was also getting the word suspense September. So it makes sense as to why the cards came through like that. So let's do October. I hope I didn't skip a month, because guys, the way that I'm so sick, I forget things even less than before. Let's do October. With October, I'm hearing the song Earth Song by Michael Jackson. But the song what the part where it says, I think it says what about us? Before the main chorus. So let's see why. The cards that I shuffled here, we have the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Swords. I'm also hearing originality. We have the Ace of Swords upside down. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the High Priestess. We have the Three of Cups. And we also have the Seven of Cups. Okay, in a two-way. And it mainly talks about investigation, again, mastery, responsibility, and willpower. Now, I'm getting chocolate milk being very significant. It's like trying to comfort yourself is another one that I'm getting from it. But I'm saying that you need to celebrate your success with those who care about you and your success. There's this energy of supporting. I'm also hearing gaining, like supporting, sharing, celebration, problem resolution. Some of you, it's like solving that situation from the previous month and people finding out that this was not actually planned by you, it was planned by someone else. Having this gladness, right, or joy, and that people still stood with you at that time and people didn't turn their backs on you at that time, because at that time you felt like a lot of fears and a lot of doubts, and you felt like, yeah, it's over. Like that's the kind of thing that I'm seeing here, right? With the Ace of Swords upside down, though, it talks about how with that situation, right, you have to learn from it. If you don't learn from it and you lack clarity from that situation, moving onwards, it's going to bring more chaos. And this person might also be coming forward to you after the situation to just come and make you self-destruct. It's like you trying to please them again and place them in this thing of like, nah, it's fine, I understand, you needed this thing, that's why we wanted to steal it and whatnot and so on and so forth. And it's like, do not be an idiot. Okay, so even with this disaster thing, it's like there's this energy of weakness, someone taking your weakness for a ride. Okay, that's why with the High Priestess card, they're literally saying that you need to trust your own counsel first, because change will come, yes, but there will be this energy of having to be wise, right? Even with sound judgment, it's like listening to yourself and listening to the other person, and having to use your common sense and awareness and intuition within the situation to just solve it, okay, or to just dissolve the matter itself. Okay, so you need to trust in yourself, because if you trust in this person and you just let it be, trust and believe that you are going down. Okay, so let's see what you need to focus on in September. What do they need to focus on in September? Woo, there's so many cards coming out. So please just have 2 cards or just 1 card. Okay, so we had 3 or 4, 5. I'm also getting this thing of like having like the thing of being taken aback by something, like, you know, like, I don't know, there's this energy of being taken aback by something. I'm also seeing someone like blowing something into someone's face. It could be a situation, it can also be like actual things, like using witchcraft to I'm also hearing that it's also a sign of someone throwing shade on you, like, oh, because this person is at this level, or they could let them off the hook and whatnot, they think that they're better than me because people realize that it was me, or people are realizing how terrible of a person I am technically, you know. That's why even with the Sapphire situation, they're saying that you must have hope and faith and wise judgment. This person knows that you're going to be realizing that, oh, I'm worth so much more than this BS that this person is bringing forward. Look at this. That's why I was saying that there's this energy. It could also be that it's a loved one that's coming through to you to come and talk to you. Yeah, this person could be an air sign, or they could have a within somewhere within their charts. This someone could be very controlling, very cold, someone that you could be scolding all the time, like, don't do that, don't do this, and so on. And it's like you're running out of patience. I'm also getting that they're like very quick-witted and very sarcastic, very like, you know, very weird is what we're having. So even with the earn situation, it's like they could also be trying to, oh, okay, because we have remove here. And also maybe within the month it's going to be a situation of you feeling the absence of the person that I mentioned earlier on, that like might pass on, you know, God forbid. But like there's also this energy of understanding that once this person decides to use their magic to succeed in whatever the situation is, especially if it's like a work situation, it's going to lead to you either being suspended or being like fired. So that's why it's like your guys are saying that you need to put your guard up. So you need to make sure that you have your protection wards up, your cleansing, because I feel like next year is going to be the time that you have to not even be, you have to start being serious about your spiritual life more than your physical life as well, because of these attacks, you know, starting from next year. Not even starting from next year, even now you have to be serious about it, because people don't sleep out there. People don't like seeing people succeed out there. So you'd rather be safe than sorry. Because this person, it's like they want to see you in poverty. They want to see you collapse. They want to see you having the setback. Others of them, it's like they're preying on your like relationship, and it might be that they might be the reason as to why you might break up with a person during that month. Others of you, it's like because of the loss of that other person, you are still grieving. It might be that it's their like birthday month, or it's the time that you decide to just go and visit them again. Because remember, I was saying like some of you are going to be constantly going to the cemetery to just tell your guys about what the hell is happening in your life and so on and so forth. Yeah, because I'm also hearing despair. It's like you're gonna be in a moment where it's like, you know, initially, you know, from the situation, but remember, like I said, it's going to change into a positive one. This is just like to show you the other emotions, like tapping into it. But even with the map, your guides are going to give you another chance by showing you that there's time to explore, there's time to find your way. Again, relocating is also here again, and going into a new territory, going into an unknown destination is what they're saying. Lay off the land. Mm. The saying you're going to prepare for things and chart a course. Remember, I was talking about charting a course, and you're going to figure it out. You're going to get some form of directions and a new perspective within the situation. Like, if I didn't have that person push me into such a thing, I wouldn't have left that situation. And I wouldn't have seen that that person was going to leave either way, or I wouldn't have seen that this person was very terrible, and I wouldn't have had the guts to leave that job, because as much as I enjoyed it, it wasn't fully fulfilling me. Because for some of it's like that kind of a thing where it's like you might get into a new position but realize like, oh, I don't really feel like it, kind of a situation. Now, you see, that's why I was saying that there's this energy of something being written back to you. I'm seeing the rejection card, having the cold hard truth out there, breaking up, setting boundaries, divorce, strained situation. It's not you, it's me, being used as I'm hearing tactic. I'm also seeing the word fired, and then they're saying the end final word and cutting cords. Something's not working. So it's like you are going to be cutting cords also within this month, possibly just being like, you know what? That's why even with the whole thing, it's like leaving in secret or cutting people off in secret instead of constantly like telling people like, oh, I'm gonna cut off people that just don't, like you being in much like you being moving in silence, right? So even with the eclipse, they're saying that there's going to be a union of opposites. Like I said, it could be that it's that partner that's constantly going to stand up for you. It's like they're going to cover you and so on. Once you receive that rejection, but some of it can also be like maybe you applied to a certain place and they rejected you. But yeah, so there's also this thing of like something being concealed here, so that it can cause you to have this transformation. Even if it feels like a loss of power, it's a temporary block, right? But there will be support in the sudden darkness, and there will be something that reveals the truth about the situation in general and why you ended up in such a position. Okay, because at the end of the day, again, it's going to end up as a wish granted. Some of you, it's like you're going to be in this position of having to be forcefully, like I said, like your guys doing things like quickly, like trying to get you out of places, literally making people get angry at you so they can try and kick you out, because they know that you are way too afraid to step out there and do different things or meet different people, go out there and explore and so on and so forth. So they'll try to push it. As much as it hurts you, it's there for a reason. It's change. Okay, let's see the month of November. The song that I'm hearing for November is We Are Family, and I'm hearing it in two different ways, the American version and also the one by The Soil. So we're seeing that with the Seven of Wands, there's this thing of obstacles and you ignoring certain red flags, what they're saying. I'm seeing that someone is going to probably try to threaten you. Others of them, like other people, are going to try to place you in a very insecure space, in a very insecure spot. But with the Knight of Wands, they're saying that now is a good time to do what you want to do. There's going to be that energy during November, that energy of just like going on adventures, being passionate, departing from certain things and certain people. I'm seeing certain people going on diets during this month, like officially just being like, I want to lose weight. For those that might have not been like on their weight loss journey, is what I'm also getting. With the Empress, we're also having that for those of you that might be trying for a baby during November, there's definitely that fertility card coming through. Most of you are going to be glowing. It's like people are going to be talking about how you're glowing in November. There's this happiness and this, pleasure around. It could be that your bedroom life is going to be very steaming hot, especially during November. Okay, but there's this development and success that's going to happen with the Empress card during November. Okay, so even with the Nine of Pentacles, it talks about accomplishing things, inheriting stuff. It could be that it's also the inheritance, family inheritance. That's also another one. Taking care of yourself, like rewarding yourself, taking yourself out, satisfaction and luxury. This is a very lovely November. This is what I want for you for the rest of the year. But it's life. Life can be lifing at times, and it's okay. It's okay to be down in life. It's okay to be up in life, but it's not okay to stay in the same place in life. Okay, let's see what we have for November. What do we have for the collective in November? I'm also getting it's like someone is going to try to provoke you while you're trying to live your life without them. Because I was also hearing the song Eating Me by Selena Gomez. It's another one. It's like you've always been present with this person, and this person, yeah. Yeah. This person is probably like very childish, very stubborn. It's like they're going to constantly keep on trying to come forward, trying to like, oh, again, for others of you, it's like once that situation would have happened, we're having the contracts and engagements and, childbirths that are happening, we're having all these beautiful stuff happening, growing within your spiritual journey and so on. And that's why this person is going to come in with this thing of like, oh, I've known you for so long. Why can't you do this thing for me? Like, how could you do that? I'm also seeing like adults, like narcissistic and abusive parents, or not even parents, like family members, like people that constantly feel entitled to the things that you have in your life, right? Because I'm hearing that it's like they were watching you from afar and looking at how your life has just been like, like there's a time where once your rewards like clock in, it's the rewards. Like God and your guys don't come to play when it comes to rewarding you, and that's what they realized. So we have Emerald here, and it talks about healing, fertility is another one, reflection, humility, sexuality. For others of you, it's like you're going to be realizing about your sexuality, a lot of things, and being like, oh, I'm coming to terms with it. Others of you, it's like someone is going to try or would have tried to bother you when it comes to your sexuality, and it's like you're going to be in this energy of like you can't do anything because people who hate are people that are miserable. Okay, so there's this energy of like being rare within the workforce, being very like peaceful, being very spicy. Is another one that I was also getting. There's this soul restoration. There's also going to be this energy of growth and a strong relationship between yourself and like between you and yourself, basically you and yourself. You see the version of you right now, and that version, there's going to be that strong relationship that's like you have made it. Okay, there's going to be a lot of free flowing love around you, and there's going to be this mature love. It's like meeting up with someone or being with that lover again that are still with you back then, that is even more mature than the people that are going to try to provoke you within this moment. It's like you're going to be healing your heart chakra is what you're also getting. Okay, with the fresh hook, we're getting this energy of like with this person trying to constantly provoke you. They're always trying to just keep you powerless, make you feel trapped, vulnerable, trying to rage bait you is another word that I saw within my mind's eye, because they know that there's this abundance happening and there's this like multiplication principle that comes with your prosperity. Like that's what I was saying, like they know that once God and your guides come to reward you, they don't play. They don't play, because these people like watching you from afar, like watching you from a perspective of laughing at the way that you're struggling. But they know that either way, even if they can say that, oh, they would try to discourage you and make you think like, oh, God is not there, like your guys are not there, like what you're doing is false. Because I'm also seeing with some of you, it's like your spiritual journey where people are going to try to provoke you and place you in a position of like trying to call you a witch, telling you that it's useless, telling you that, oh, you're demonic, kind of things, but it's like you are currently repairing things, you're trying to heal, you're trying to fix things at home and so on and so forth. Even with this person that's trying to provoke you, they might come forward with this thing of like, oh, I want to come and fix things with you. I want to make adjustments in my life with you. I can't live without you, because they know that you've upgraded and they know that you can live without them. That's what I'm saying. It's like these people that are constantly like boasting in front of other people that that person can't live without me, and then they realize that you can definitely live without them, and then they get angry at the fact that you're living without them. Crazy, weird people, I tell you. But there's this declaration that's happening where it's like you're going to reclaim your power. There's a contract coming in also at this time. I'm also hearing that it's like a not a soul contract, but a soul contract with yourself, where it's like I vow to always take care of myself, and if it means that I have to first lose myself to find myself again, I'd rather do that than to lose myself in order to please everybody else around me. So there's this energy of like there's also you there's also this energy of you challenging the status quo. um it's like you are constantly expressing the truth, you constantly bring solutions to certain places. I'm hearing the rules of the game. I'm also hearing the wheels of the bus. It's like this could also be an energy that could be hyped up by childhood friends as well. People that you might have gone to school with, and so on and so forth. People that have always wanted to see you succeed. That's another one that I'm also getting from school. Maybe you might even meet up with these people, and it might be that the friendship might rekindle again. But it's like people that you didn't even have like problems with. It's like the thing of like seeing that person and somehow being in the space with that person and be like, oh, we used to be in the same class, or we used to be in the same high school, whatever, and we never really talked to each other, but it's really dope to know that we came back to one another somehow and we got to know each other finally. It was for a reason. That's what I'm also getting. I'm also getting the vibe of the cartoon Jake and the Neverland Pirates when it comes to that other situation. So I don't know what that could mean to you. But yeah, so let's go to December, as it's the last month before we start the zodiac based reading. The funniest thing about November is that right now I just heard the song Stick to the Status Quo from High School Musical, where they're shouting, like, where, how each of the students were coming up being like, oh, at school, basically, for example, they know me as a soccer player, but actually I'm someone that likes to design clothes. And they're like, no, basically, you need to stick to the status quo. Like, you need to stick to what people want you to be. And that's what I was saying, that you're going to be creating this thing of like having a contract with yourself that if people don't want you to grow within certain spaces and they don't make space for you, then they need to toodles, they need to get out of your energy, because you are not going to make yourself digestible for people that can't hold space for you. You'd rather let them choke. Okay? So with December, what we have here is that they're telling you to find the work-life balance to protect your creativity. Others of it's like maybe they want to people, like I said, from work and whatnot would try to steal from you, or that originality that you have, within the business or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? Or education, because we have education, detail, perseverance, overly careful, apprenticeship, talent, high standards, and skill. Okay? So you know that you have the good skills, you know that you're doing amazing in school, because that's what I'm getting here. But you need to be overly careful with who you discuss this with. You also need to be very persistent with your goals, and you need to be very detailed about it when you try to manifest. So that's the thing that they're saying. They're also saying that you need to listen to your inner voice when making choices. You should stop stalling in December, because it's like this indecision. There might be a certain choice that you need to have, that you need to make, and you might need the strength through that suffering moment. But understand that peace will be restored, because as much as it's difficult to make that decision, eventually it will be made. Yeah, because we're also having origins, inspiration, enlightenment, and new beginnings with the Ace of Swords in a 2A. So you can only imagine. Okay? So it's like you are in this energy of like grinding and winning, but in December it's like people are going to try to get close to you, trying to know like, oh, how did you do at school? How did this and this work out? It's given a time when so many of the healers online were also warning many people that as much as you are happy that your child is doing well at school, or you are doing well at school, do not let it be a thing where you post everything about yourself or people that are close to you, like your kids, your partner and so on, online, or show it to people randomly. You need to use your discernment, because again, people don't sleep out here. People always wish the baddest on people. Okay, so let's see what other cards we have for December. I'm also hearing the song ba 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 ba. I don't know what that is. I'm also saying the word divination. It's like some of you guys might be readers as well also, or you might start your journey as like psychic readers, energy workers, light workers. Many of you realizing about your gifts, or realizing that your gift was not what you thought it would be, or it's not as small as you thought it could be. It's like you're going to realize that, oh my god, like as difficult as the journey is, I have made it through the year, and I've seen the miracles that come with, me trusting in myself and my gift and my guides and God and all that, right? So there's even the shield. Remember when I was saying, like, there's someone watching over you. There's definitely a guardian just waiting for people to just mess up so they can smack them in the head. That's what I'm hearing. So it's very funny. But they're saying that, there's this energy of you having to be very defensive to protect yourself and to block out any negative stuff. Even your guardian says you need to stand up for yourself and be prepared. There's going to be a situation maybe in December where you're going to be very heroic, and there's going to be people to think other things about you. Like, example, let's say something happens and a certain person within the household, God forbid, loses their job, and you know that you've made a certain amount of money, and you're like, you know what? Because I know that, I've been pushing and I thank God and so on, out of this whole gratefulness and whatnot, there's going to be a high chance that you're going to say, oh, let me just give out this money, let me just, let's buy food, let's do this, let me take my family out, let me take these people out because they've been supporting me and all that. And there's going to be the group of people, these people that are like, oh, so that person has money. Since when do they have money? So it's also giving this thing of like false accusations about certain things, rumors, like, oh, all of a sudden this person has money, all of a sudden this person works, and then they're going to try and get close to you. Because I was seeing snakes, like someone with a snake tongue, where it's like they're gonna come and try to just, oh, it's been so long since I've seen you, I raised you, or me and you grew up together, it's been so long since we've talked. That time they barely talk to you, they barely give a crap about you, they don't even check on you, because I'm even hearing your guide saying that this person is a coward, this one is a chicken. They can't do the things that you can do, but yet they feel entitled to the things that you're receiving, but they just always sitting on their ass. I'm so sorry for the language, but that's exactly what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing timing. You need to look at the timing of the situation. Don't just be so jolly just because people can come to you and pat you on the back and be like, oh, you're making the family proud. Because at the end of the day, the people that are touching you, the people that are trying to pet you, touch you, the people that are trying to know information about you are the people that are going to try and screw you over. That's why your guides are saying that there must be this sense of stronghold, this sense of security, because you need to ward off these unwanted energies and be on guard of these people. Okay, so even with the whole yoga card, they're saying that you're going to be contemplating, like, should I trust them, should I, and they're like, you need to go within and ask yourself and relax. Another one is that you might also need to take a break during December, where it might be that you might always be working during December until a certain date, of course, and it's like you might be in that mood of taking a leave at that time and trying to heal your inner child. Because I was also seeing going to water parks, having some time alone, booking a place alone, trying to balance out your chakras, having this whole thing of reflecting on the year and realizing from the thing that I told you about, like keeping note of every single thing, that, oh, this is how far I've come. Okay. So, even with the pearl, emotional force, opening up, experimental wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, hidden agendas, and diving into deep layers and developing character. At this time, it's like you are a prized position in the eyes of these people, right? You even have, look at this, and this is at the bottom of the deck. Let's see, and there's so many of it. We had the knight at the bottom of the deck. We had dynamite, we had bonfire, we had cat, we have bodybuilding, we also have empty nest. It's like moving on from the situation. Others of it, like going home again during December, being in this energy of separating with certain family members because of such things, being in this energy of people asking you about things like your graduations or your new life. Because I was also seeing like getting apartments or a house, but with the knight, you're someone that's very confident, heroic. You're a messenger for those of you that are, spiritually gifted. Others of you, it's like, even if you're not spiritually gifted, you are the messenger of the family to show them that it's not impossible to, have these huge goals. Okay, because I'm also hearing big difference. Okay, there's this energy of you being fearless, being very assertive, passionate, having this fighting spirit, persevering, being very determined, obeying orders from your guides, being daring and strong. That's why you guys were saying, we're calling that person or those people cowards. I'm also seeing with the bodybuilder card that there's this energy of power, strength, discipline, and influence. That's why I was saying that these people are gonna look at you from this perspective of like, oh my god, like let's try to get, yeah. With the cat, it's like you are going to be placed in this position of like, oh, not my problem. Okay, because I'm also hearing the saying, I don't know if it's a correct one, not my circus, not my monkeys, right? It's like you're going to be very disengaged and be like, oh, you are the same person that said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 6 months ago, calling me saying that I can't do simple things, I can't get a job, I can't get a partner, I'm not even married, I'm always, things like that. Because I'm hearing this harsh like argument where you're arguing with this person saying that, oh, all of a sudden you want to come forward and say, you've always cared about me, you've always loved me, all of a sudden. Crazy. Now with the bonfire thing, it's like there's going to be this enthusiasm, this energy, this heated moment. It could be that you might be spending time with your partner at this time, and people like your friends are also going to be coming over. I'm seeing some of you experiencing like your first times at that, like during that time, because you're having orgasm here. Others of you, it's like you are sharing ideas with other people that have already shared and collaborated with you during the year, where it's like you've seen that you guys have succeeded together, so why not create more projects together, because the teamwork is just immaculate. Others of you might be that you might get a fever during that time, but you are just this person, this amazing person. I'm seeing like this person, there's a person that's going to be settling in their office, and someone is going to be coming in trying to bring up a sob story is what I'm also getting. Even if it's not an office, like even if it's at your house, maybe in your study room or at the desk or something like that. But I was seeing like a desk kind of a thing, and someone coming to you while you're working or while you're editing or while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and trying to come to you with a sob story. I'm getting that there's this energy of it being one person that actually needs it and another person that doesn't need it but wants to use it as a way to use magic over things like your money, over things like, they're going to come to you and try to force themselves onto you because of what they claim to be their suffering, and how you are the only person that's close to them that they can trust and that they are asking for assistance from. So with the dynamite card, they're saying that you must remember that at this moment, as much as you're excited, there's this energy of someone wanting to destroy things. Okay, another person might be trying to throw some shade on your relationship or throw some weird things into your relationship and cause a breakup is what we're having. But I'm also saying that it's like there's going to be something unexpected that happens. Something that's going to happen very fast. It's either very fantastic or very terrible due to what you're going to be doing at that time. That's why they were saying that do not let excitement be the thing that makes you decide on things very quickly. Think things through. So basically, 2026 is a year where you need to think. Okay? So let's see the last few cards before we finish up and then go to the other readings. Hold on. Ooh, what the other card fell? I was hearing the song When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. It's like the person that might be coming forward to might not only just be family, because I'm also seeing like blue lights. Like this person trying to do some weird thing, trying to steal from you. Others of you, it could be that it's like a past lover that's realizing like, oh, like you were serious about being engaged or being married to someone or having the love of your life there. Because like I was saying, like some of you might be spending time with a lover. It might be that it's like the in-laws kind of a situation. So trying to bring back certain people into your life, because maybe they even know who the hell you were with if you guys stay in the same place, like who you were with before your current person at that time. So they'll try to ruin things, like I said. So yeah, let's see what else is there. Because I was also hearing like, I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should've gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Very crazy. But anyway, let's see the last few cards. What else will be happening within the year of 2026? Dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Ooh. Hey. They're saying Mercury retrograde. electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. There might be issues where there's like communication issues, technological issues. You need to look. Another one, sexuality. Someone is still figuring themselves out. That's what I said initially. I was also saying initiation. It doesn't have to be an actual initiation, like, like in terms of someone initiating something, and also someone actually with their spiritual journey going into the initiation process. I was also seeing a loss. Unfortunately, I was also seeing like a betrayal and a loss of like a child. I was also seeing a goat. It's like a ceremony, a certain ceremony to do something at home. It's another one that I'm also getting. But with the person I was talking about, look at this. Move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time. It's over. It's like realization for those in the beginning, besides mixing the person that's, yeah, and that someone is a liar. That's why I was saying that you must not do things out of excitement because you don't know what the hell this person is talking about. Okay? Even the rumor situation, they're saying be careful of someone sneaky. Last card, air sign. This person might be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. But even if it's not their signs, in general, it could be that with the whole being a Libra thing, it's like, it talks about relationships and like balance is what I'm also getting when I'm looking at this card, right? And even with the whole Gemini thing, and I want to see if I have all the other signs as well. Hold on. With the whole Gemini thing, it's about communication, and with the whole Aquarius thing, it's about like independence, right? And I was also getting this thing of like creativity as well. We all know that once it comes to air signs, right, it talks about communication, mental agility. That's what it's all about. So it doesn't have to be those people's signs or your signs. It can simply be what the zodiac sign basically is all about, and what lessons it could be bringing forward. It can be your sun or moon rising signs, but it could be the kind of energy that you're in general. So anyhow, thank you guys for listening to this reading. I know it was long as hell, but like I said, I will deliver because many of you requested for this, and I can never say no to such a reading because it's something that even I would like to know. But anyways, thank you guys for booking readings with me. I hope that you have a wonderful day or night, depending on whenever you are looking at this reading, like watching this reading. But yeah, let's see.